So, I'm going to do a bit more modeling to this thing. What do we got this on? Isolate Select. Also, I just noticed the arm isn't quite there yet. Actually, maybe just before I do this... Whoop! Ah, you bastard! I had this and this selected, and we isolate it. Isolate it. There. Mother... Okay, I think it was in some other mode. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly fix up the arm so that it looks like it's in the right spot. And actually I should put this on here. So what are we looking at? Right there. So that's my elbow. And I'm just going to go and use the down arrow, see if that works for me. There we go. Get a little bit more forearm action. Going to do it again. I'm just using the down arrow to select the vertices down below so I don't have to pick select them. Okay, and that looks okay. I'm just going to go up one. There we go. So there's my forearm action. Going to go up, there. And I'm going to get that inside of the bicep. How I just barely can kind of tell what's going on. I think I got it though. Okay, cool. And anything else? I could style that wrist up a little bit if I thought about it. Yeah, let's do something a bit like that. Okay, fine. Now, let's see, take this and I'll just use a little bit of this, pull that down just a teensy bit. And I could style up some of this stuff a bit more. Shoulders down. Whoop. There. Okay, just kind of rounding it out. And I should get to the foot. What do I have here with the foot? The foot, actually, that looks like I did something bad here. Let's get this and this and this. Actually, if I just grab these faces that are here. There. Happy times! Just go in here and I'll flatten that out. Okay. And actually, I guess I don't need to do anything there. Let's take this and I'm going to go in ahead and I'm going to hit extrude. And I'll just switch this to the move tool when I'm extruding. There. Boop. And this is supposed to be on the balls of his feet. Okay. And remember, this is for, what is it, UDK, so they probably think this guy's going to have like big boots on or something like that, so I'm just going to pretend that that's what I've got going on here. Also, too, when I look at this, I'll go in here and I'll scale this out a little bit. And again, I could go in here and throw in an edge loop. Let's throw a loop there. Okay, and right around here, I could do something kind of tricky. Let's grab this and let's see what this looks like when I grab this and I get the split polygon tool. I'm going to split from here to here, and I'm going to split across here and around here, and split around, split around. And I could do this a bunch of different ways, but I'm doing this just to show a magic trick. Boink! Okay, because then if I go in here and I grab, say, this edge, and I go and I collapse it, book! Still got nice happy quads. I probably could have used an insert edge loop and popped in something here, but I decided to do something a little bit different. And again, boop, boop, boink. And I can just style that out a bit. And I'll just hit average. Hit G a few times. Okay, great. And also, too, I could probably pull this thing over this way a little bit. And that should be good. And I need more noise. What's it doing now? Okay. So, we've got that kind of set up. Actually, that looks kind of crappy right there. I'm just going to go ahead and hit G a few times, average it out, and then pull it back down. Right, that average vertices that lives right here under mesh, average vertices, it can be quite handy. Especially when you're trying to round this thing out. There. Actually, something else I've noticed too is, maybe I shouldn't get too involved in this. I was trying to keep this really simple. Okay, the idea of this is to be a simple character. So, just more tweaking. Constantly tweaking. I'm gonna keep tweaking until the dogs come home. Take this and I'll average this out. Okay. Now he doesn't have any butt. Here, we'll just try and give a bit more butt action. Boop. Not too much butt action, but enough so he doesn't look like a geriatric old man. Okay, wonderful. We can put in some more edge loops around the neck if I wanted to, maybe. I'll pop in a loop here. Boop. Do I have anything extra inside? Nope. And again, I can kind of round these things out. Go and get this and push this back and in. Okay, happy times. Let's kill the history. And let's take a look. So we got roughly the body in place. And what time are we at on this thing? Boop. I'm on 5-minute zone. Okay, what else do I want to do here? Do I want to try to build the glove? I think I want to build the glove in a separate video. How about we do the shoes? So I'm just going to see if I can get these in really quick. Polygons, I'll go in here and I'm going to create a sphere. And let's just go here and look at this. Take this, put it up here-ish. And I'm just going to make it so that we get something like this. Okay, so the North Pole's facing forward, and I'm just going to reduce some of the geometry on this thing. Yeah, let's go down to, say, 10. And I'll just grab this and I'll pull it over this way. I don't want these edges right here, so in the bottom, if I grab all these edges and I go edge loop, and delete, boonk. Okay. I have a little bit less to deal with. I'm just going to take that out of here. Delete. And, okay, that looks fine. Just going to get rid of that edge too. There's one over here. It doesn't really matter. I just am always keeping things clean. We'll pop this over here. Here. Wonderful. Okay, I think that looks okay for now. Feels like I could get rid of a few loops in here, but we'll just deal with it. What was I thinking? I didn't give myself a freaking center edge. I always like to have a center edge. I'm just having to undo really quick because I kind of went on autopilot for a second here. And if I go in and I take the axis down, let's go up to 12. 12 is always easier to deal with. Then you get a chance to see me do this trick again where I grab these edges right here and I right click, edge loop, and delete. Boop! And it just takes out all that stuff. Take this and isolate it. Isolate that damn thing. Get that out of there. Come on. There, don't be so picky when I'm picking. And I'll go over and get the insert edge, or I'm using the split polygon tool, splitting all the way from there to there. Wonderful. And I can get rid of some of these extra edges in here, so if I get rid of this, and I get rid of, you bastard! I get rid of this edge, and I get rid of that one, and I get rid of this one, and this one. Make like you're gonna spit. And here we go. Done. Now we're in happy quad land. And I'm just going to go in here and grab some vertices, and I'll hit B. And right now, my soft select, I've hidden my soft select a little bit. If you go into the move tool, you go down here and you turn off viewport color so you don't actually see it. You want to, you can see it, but I don't like to see it, so I turn it off. And I just know that if I hold down B and I middle click, I can kind of get a guess of how much soft selection action I'm going to get out of this thing. Okay. And whoop. There, so I'm just trying to build the shoe to kind of look like it does in the picture. And I'll go in here and I'll grab these faces back here and I'll delete those. Now it's got a little funny frilly bit on the back. Okay, let's get rid of that. And I can take this stuff right here and grab some of these verti. Just gonna hold down B and see how big that soft selection is. Whoop. Wonderful. There, somewhere right around there. And if I'm not sure about that, I can just grab that and use the average. There. And now he's got on what looks like funny slippers. Okay. And how are these things doing? They're actually, let's put them up here so they're right on the grid. This character looks like it's going to be a little bit below, whatever. If I take this funny slipper here, let's kill the history. If I go ahead and I hit extrude, and I pull it along the blue, I can pull it out a little bit. So I've now got some girth to it. I can take this stuff, and we could go ahead and hit extrude again, and I'll just go and pull that up a teensy bit. Thought I just hit extrude. Oh, I've got soft selection on. There we go. Whoop. And if I grab all these feet down here, or faces down here, if I go and grab this edge, all the way to, come on, this one, and then I go to faces, boom, and I can go ahead and hit extrude, and I'll pull this down a little bit so I get that funny platform shoe that he's got going on. Okay. And let's just go in here and I'm going to grab this edge. Uh-oh, I'm going off and I'm just kind of grooving away. And, okay, we'll just do a bit more. Where am I doing? Edge ring and split. If I grab this face all the way to this face. Actually, let's just grab the whole thing. Doop. I got the whole edge loop. And then I'll just deselect that one and that one. Did it grab anything funny? No, it does not appear to have. And now if I hit extrude, I can get something like what that shoe looks like there. It looks like some of these might actually end up going back. Back to the factory! No, they're going to go back to back of the foot here. There, something like this. Remember, it's a cartoony character, so there's a lot of liberties that you can get away with. Side to side. It looks like his shoes probably fit the both on the same, or the same way on two sides. Okay, but I'll call that good for now. Kill the history. What if I press 3 and I look at it? There. So that's not doing too bad. And, yeah, oh, I think in here it looks kind of funky. So, I'm just going to go ahead and do this in here. I'll do something here so I can see them both at the same time, but it's easier to kind of select if I don't see the other foot, right? So, if I go in, what did I do in the toe? Oh no. If I hit 1, it looks like it's together, but it's not. What was I doing there? Here. Let's grab that vertex and that one, and I'll just go ahead and I'm going to use merge. And then this one. Damn it. And that one. Cheap. Those are merged together. It just felt like this isn't thick enough in here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little guess. I'm going to guess these two faces here, and I'm just going to grow my selection. G. Damn you to hell. There, and I'll deselect these. Great. And so I could take all those faces, and I don't really want to extrude again. I could extrude if I wanted to, but I'm thinking I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to use transform component and pull them in. Boop. Until they meet up with the foot, or maybe I might have to bring the foot out. Doesn't. There, I'll just take all these. Damn you to hell! Just gonna take all these vertices right here. Let's pull them down a bit further. Yep. I'll just deselect this stuff here. Damn you to hell! Verti. Damn you. Okay, let's grab this object, and I'm gonna go ahead and isolate it over here. There. And so I can kind of see what I'm getting myself into over here. Maybe I might bring the top of the shoe down or something like that, but just sometimes it's a little bit easier to kind of operate like this and kind of look at it over here. Okay, and I got soft select on, so I'm going to turn that off. Okay, good enough. And it's time for another video. I can put that. I can also make an instance for this thing too. If I take a look, we'll finish this off with this. I'll just take this shoe, and if I go ahead and I take the shoe and I move its pivot point, so D and X, and I snap it right here. Kill the history, freeze the transformations, and I go edit, duplicate special, make it an instance, and make it -X. And make sure there's nothing else funny going on in here. Boop. And now I got one on the other side. So as I'm modeling, I get a good sense of what's going on. You can take this thing and just hit 3 so it smooths out. Whatever you want to do. Kind of look very clowny. Anyway, I'm going to stop this here.